Rise again, rise again. Though your heart had be broken or life be at an end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again. Those words are the chorus from one of my favourite songs, The Mary Ellen Carter by Stan Rogers. Have you heard it? It's about a fictional ship sunk in a fictional storm, but raised against the odds by its fictional crew. It's a great song. Inspirational, entertaining, but it's just a song. Even so, words in a song, in a speech, in everyday conversation can make a difference. Words are not chatter. Our words do matter. Have you ever been embarrassed at a Toastmasters meeting? I was listening to an experienced Toastmaster, Ali. He joined the club shortly after I did, but he's made over 150 speeches outside Toastmasters, some of them paid, some of them to raise funds for charity, and some of them supporting local projects. In our club, Ali really is the greatest. And he was talking about the first time he attended a Toastmasters meeting. I was so nervous, I made up my mind to leave as soon as I got there. But there was a guy on the door. He said, "Come on in." And he was so welcoming, I decided to stay. And I'm still here. That guy was Jerry Dunn. What? I looked round to see if it was me he was talking about. I didn't remember the incident. I was embarrassed, but also happy that I had done something that meant something to someone. You've done the same at your club, haven't you? Or maybe you just don't remember. We don't always get to see the consequences of what we say. But words are not chatter. Our words do matter. For many years, my wife, Marion, taught in a school for children with special needs. It was rewarding work, but also challenging, even dangerous. Several pupils were prone to sudden bouts of rage and serious violence. A male teacher was recruited to help deal with these pupils. His name, as it happens, was also Jerry. Jerry wasn't young, but he was inexperienced. Teaching was a new career for him. And one afternoon after classes, Marion popped her head round his door. "Are you settling in okay?" "Well, I'm doing my best. Trying to keep my head above water." "Listen, Jerry, it's not easy dealing with these kids, but you are doing a great job. You'll get there." "Really?" "No question. See you tomorrow." And she thought no more about it until the day 15 years later she was leaving the school. Other Jerry came up to her. "Thanks, Marion." "What for?" "Well, you might not remember this, but when I first started here, I was really struggling. You came to my office and told me I was doing a good job. What you didn't know, my resignation letter was in an envelope on my desk. Because of what you said, I didn't hand it in." Jerry worked in that school for 25 years, helping countless troubled kids along the way and becoming deputy head. Words are not chatter. Our words do matter. You remember the Mary Ellen Carter song? Rise again, rise again. Well, someone who did remember was Bob Cusick, a real chief mate on a real ship, the Marine Electric, which capsized in a real storm in February 1983. Bob was thrown into the icy waters of the Atlantic. The waves were 30 feet high. He was swamped by huge waves. And as he was about to go under for the third time, the words of that song came into his head. Rise again, rise again. And every time a wave washed over him, he sang the chorus to that song. In those conditions, you normally have about 15 minutes to survive. He repeated that chorus for 3 hours till he heard the whir of a rescue helicopter above his head. And later, Bob said, that song was the difference to me living that night. In my mind, there's no doubt whatsoever about it. And because Bob survived, he was able to testify at the inquiry into the disaster. Because of that testimony, major changes were made to the marine safety laws and to the US Coast Guard. Those changes have saved thousands of lives. Thousands of lives. The power of just a few words. In a song, in a speech, in a conversation, words are not chatter. Your words do matter. And do you have words to keep us all afloat during the stormy times we're living in? Rise again, though your heart it be broken, or life be at an end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend. Like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again.